coming right up. The Spurs taking on the Kings. For the San Antonio Spurs, the journey of a new season starts now. The challenges of the past have become fuel to create a path to success. Kings, Spurs, coming right up. Seems like we've been here before. Yes, it is Groundhog Day. And we welcome you to this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Brett Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for De'Aaron Fox.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Malik Monk out there with Zach Lavine. And it's Sabonis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Spurs, we'll see Barnes and Sohan playing forward. De'Aaron Fox out there with Devin Vassell. And it's Wemby in at the 5 spot. And the Spurs start out with the ball. Here we are, Greg, in Game 1 of the NBA season. How does opening night feel different from the rest of the season, the rest of the schedule?
Well, Kevin, it's the excitement of the unknown. Everybody comes in with the highest of expectations, right? You got new teammates, some new wrinkles, still a lot to figure out and shake out over the course of a long season.
Now, here's DeRozan following the missed shot by De'Aaron Fox. Can't cash in from close range.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Barnes. 12 points his last outing, and it's Fox with the jam.
How about Fox just getting to the rim right there? Great to see him explode at times.
On offense, here are the Kings. Outside, Sabonis. Outside, DeRozan. Monk kicks to DeRozan. Sabonis' screen on Barnes. DeRozan. That doesn't go either for DeRozan.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Pretty focused play right there from Harrison Barnes, showing he has what it takes to convert sometimes those challenging buckets like that one there.
The Spurs shooting their first free throw of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
That's good from Barnes. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Thanks, guys. The Kings were not complacent this summer. They have added all-star DeMar DeRozan in a sign-and-trade. He brings even more firepower to an offense that was already among the league's best. In the loaded Western Conference, the Kings knew they had to make moves to stay in the fight. DeRozan is one of the biggest signings in Kings franchise history, guys.
A tremendous addition. Shams, thanks for the update. The Kings shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. The first free throw is good. You know, Greg, with a combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
And so Lavine nails both of them. So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15-56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
And here are the Kings now, following the three-pointer by San Antonio. And the jam by Lavine.
And over the years, Lavine has put on the muscle, which helps him on those challenging finishes at the rim.
Now, here's Fox. His last outing with 20 points. Here's Wemby. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
Fox against Lavine. Outside for Murray. No good with the triple. San Antonio leading by 6. To the inside. The baseline J. And that one goes long. Kings have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Back to Monk. Sabonis' screen on Vassell. The shot by Monk is no good. The Kings come into this one following a loss to the Thunder. Outside, Fox. Here's Sohan. And the 3 off target. The Kings trail by 6. Left side, Lavine. Murray for 3. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Early on in his NBA career, Murray's showing he's a capable shooter.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding a young Spurs team that's hoping to return this franchise to the dominance that saw 5 titles since 1999. Pop said the standards haven't changed. Be very direct, demand, be fair, and love them. They got to know you care about them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. And, of course, as a Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us? Perfect. Chris Paul, he's checked in for the Spurs. Spurs leading by 3. Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper off.
Down low, here's Sohan. It's hauled in by the Kings. 2 for 1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
It's good. Murray's got 5.
And look at the inside presence already for Murray. It'll be fun to watch this young man grow.
Back to Paul. Pass to Sohan. Barnes down low. DeRozan defending. And that one's good. Barnes. 5 points in the game.
Barnes can be hard to contain sometimes around the rim. He can create just enough space to be effective.
DeRozan surveying the D. Sabonis' screen on Barnes. The wide open look here for DeRozan. He nails it, and we're tied up.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Tie game in San Antonio. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
On the court for the Kings as the second quarter gets underway. They've got Zach Lavine, Lyles out there with Alex Len. Then there's Carter. And it's Ellis in a 2-guard. And so it's San Antonio with it. With some arc. Castle misses. Here's Sacramento now. Carter down low. Guarded by Fox. And it's Carter missing. And San Antonio shooting about 42% so far. Len with the block.
Well, putting the wingspan to great use, Len throws that one away.
Pass to Wiles. Len with it. Kick out to Lavine. And taken away by Johnson. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Carter pulls it in. Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
Here's Mamu Kelishvili after the made shot from Zach Lavine. And the shot is good from Johnson.
A priority for Johnson continuing to work on his jumper, especially off the catch like there.
Carter, the pass to Lavine. For the three. As he pulls it in.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Three-pointer, Fox. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. Ellis outside. Fox against Carter. Outside, Lavine. 5 on the clock. No good. Good D by Johnson.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Here's Fox. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim. And the Spurs lead by 3.
Such a versatile scorer. Fox is superb at understanding when to take the mid-range.
Timeout called by the Kings. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Sabonis, he's checked in for Len. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Zach Lavine. And Monks subbed in for Ellis. Now, here's DeRozan. 17 points in his last outing. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. DeRozan's got 5 now. Greg, you look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
Now, here's DeRozan. He has 5. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. DeRozan's got 4 this quarter.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Fox against Carter. From the arc. Fox, no good. The Kings leading. From 18 feet away. Rebound by Sohan.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
It's good. He's got 7.
Harrison Barnes very comfortable in that catch and shoot.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Kings. Miles sets a screen for Carter. His 3-pointers off the mark. San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Wembenyama passes to Vassell. Sacramento grabs the miss. They beat the Spurs during their last encounter in San Antonio.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Yeah, never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
Fox feeling it out a bit. A floater. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, the defender all over.
San Antonio shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And that one misses. Good on the second free throw. And here are the Kings now. 1 second left. That one, no good. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. The Kings on top, leading by a point. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, in a close game, what makes the difference in the second half?
Lots of things, you know. It's a game of mistakes. It's a game of playing well. Who knows?
Always love your philosophy, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so is our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
Checking out the Kings. You really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes, and then you have subtle changes. Everything in preparation for this moment.
And let's take a look at this first half of play for the Kings. Not a lot of separation here at the midway point.
Despite being the visitor, they've been in control. They've got an edge to their game. That can quiet a hostile crowd, Shaq.
Yeah, boos from the stands can be a motivator.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. The Kings shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembenyama playing the 5. Outside, the wings are Vassell and Barnes. And it's Fox in at the 1. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. Now, Vassell following the three-point attempt by DeRozan. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Finding more and more ways as De'Aaron Fox to score the basketball. That time gets contact.
The Spurs shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here. De'Aaron Fox, Brent, is a very special player, isn't he?
Well, Kevin, it's true. De'Aaron Fox is a blur in the open court, but it's his leadership that really has come along at such an early stage. You think about the run that he went on with the Kings just a couple years ago. He's not settling with that. He wants more. He wants to play in the postseason, and he's capable of getting any team there.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. De'Aaron Fox stays in attack mode. He says people don't want to guard somebody that's going to attack them on every possession. You can't get that break. You can't take any plays off. And with his speed, Kevin, that is a lot to deal with all game long.
A ton, David, to deal with, no question. DA, thanks. Now, here's DeRozan following the missed shot by De'Aaron Fox. And the shot goes down.
Well, there it is. 0 of 3 to start the half, and finally something finds its way through the net.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Domantas Sabonis. Last season, he played outstanding, and he was such a reliable option offensively, finishing in the top 10 in field goal percentage.
And getting back to the fact that he led the league in rebounding, you know how hard that is? What a tremendous asset to the team. Lavine against Fox, shoots the three. Sabonis grabs the board. Sabonis has got 7 rebounds in the game. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Barnes against DeRozan. Sabonis' screen on Barnes. Just 4 to shoot. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
Set a solid screen. Get yourself open. That's a textbook play from Sabonis.
And it's Fox with the ball for the Spurs. A 2-point game. Vassell outside. Pass to Wembenyama. Wembenyama! A big man with big range.
And I like when Wembenyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop it.
Well, the Kings went from 3 seed in 2023 to out of the playoffs completely, Brent, last season.
Well, it speaks to how competitive the Western Conference was. You know, you got to realize, Kevin, Sacramento won just 2 less games than they did after that magical run in 2023. The West was just better. So the Kings got to fill some holes, find some pieces, and hopefully have some guys improve upon what they did last season.
And Lavine throws it down.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Wembenyama against Sabonis. Lets a floater go. Wembenyama, no good.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Pass to Sabonis. Now DeRozan. Barnes grabs the miss.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Here's Fox, guarded by Lavine. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Wembenyama. Victor Wembenyama.
Watch out. Wembenyama hammering that one home.
The Kings trailing. Lavine kicks to Sabonis. Pass to Monk. Now here's Murray. Kick out to Lavine. Drills the three-pointer. Lavine's got the lead up to 2 now for Sacramento.
And we don't talk about the shooting of Lavine enough. Connecting from 3 at a great clip over his career.
Nice D from Lavine. For Sacramento, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Here's Murray. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. In 2023, and Brent, you and I remember this, Keegan Murray set an NBA record with 11 consecutive threes in one game.
What an unbelievable night to witness that kind of consistency and a guy locked in like that. I mean, that's different, and it speaks to Murray's focus, but this guy has so much more to contribute to a team and room to grow. That night was special, Kevin.
And first one falls for him.
And hard not to get excited about Keegan Murray's potential. He can shoot the ball. He rebounds it. If this guy continues to grow his game, he could end up being a high-level impact player.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Mamu Kelishvili is checked in. Johnson comes in for Barnes. Castle's checked in for Devin Vassell. And Paul subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. Now here's Paul. Hasn't made one yet. On the wing, Johnson, guarded by Lavine. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Not giving up on the play. Great job by Keldon to absorb the contact and still get the bucket.
The Spurs shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Lyles checked in for the Kings.
And one thing you gotta love about Johnson, his energy. The man doesn't take his foot off the gas.
Johnson against Lavine. 15 seconds left here in the third quarter. 6 to shoot. Lays it up and banks it in. Lavine's got 13.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Kings lead by 3. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Three-tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. On the court for Sacramento, they've got Sabonis. Ellis is out there with Trey Lyles. Then it's Malik Monk. And it's Carter in at the point. Here's Bassey. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Bassey's got his first basket.
Just getting more and more court awareness and where guys are at all times is De'Aaron Fox.
Carter, the pass to Sabonis. Now here's Ellis. Pass to Sabonis. Shoots. Rebounded by the Spurs.
He has to make those shots, guys. If not, a lot of pressure is shifted to the perimeter shooters to hit everything.
Fox against Carter. Fox, no good.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
Pass to Carter. Back to Monk. Sabonis sets the pick for Monk. Hits the three-point bomb. Monk's got the lead up to 4 now for the Kings.
Well, Monk effective at spacing the floor, and he can fill it up.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. The Spurs making a switch here. Vassell's checked in. Keegan Murray's checked in for the Kings. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. He told the players, you guys are too talented to be playing this lackadaisical. Push the ball up the floor, get out on the break, and get to the fast break. Guys, we'll see if they can get it done.
Okay, David, much appreciated. A shot by Johnson, no good. Kings leading now by 4. Ellis surveying the D. Here's Sabonis. Bassey pulls it in. Bassey's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Fox against Carter. Fox kicks to Johnson. From deep three-point land. Rebounded by Ellis. The Kings have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Pass to Sabonis. Murray against Johnson. Murray outside. Beyond the arc. He can't hit that time. Spurs trail by 4. Fox with it. Now guarded by Monk. Here's Castle. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And what I like about Castle's game is the versatility, right? He's a legitimate two-way threat who's willing to take on whatever role helps the team.
And he knocks down the first one. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for the Spurs. Jeremy Sohan comes in for Keldon Johnson. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Sacramento. Zach Lavine comes in for Ellis. And so he makes both from the line.
And he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
DeRozan against Vassell. Bucket is good. And the Kings lead by 4.
And this is why you go to DeRozan. When they need a bucket, he's a guy that can go out and get it.
Here's the teardrop. Nice D from Sabonis. And it's DeRozan with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. And finished off by DeRozan.
And you have to love how multi-layered DeRozan's game is. Such a fantastic scorer.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Castle. We've got 1:48 left here in the fourth quarter. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And with that shot, the Kings lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Fox.
That is a mature play from De'Aaron Fox. Not afraid to take the big one.
Vassell against Monk. DeRozan in for his 7th make in 14 tries.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Here's Fox, and he uses the glass on the layup.
How about that? Just accepting the contact and still getting the finish for Fox.
1:15 left in the fourth quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Harrison Barnes picks one up.
Yeah, easy call.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Kings.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
And you want to talk about ball distribution, they've been dominating that aspect of the game. I think there's a bunch of bankers out there. They're dropping dime after dime.
And he is unable to get the second one.
And I like the aggressiveness of DeMar DeRozan's game. He's constantly testing the defense, looking for any weakness he can exploit to get a bucket.
Fox. Sabonis grabs the board. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Monk dishes to DeRozan. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth. No good that time. Here's Sohan. Vassell outside. Here's the three. Got it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Barnes against DeRozan. Sabonis' screen on Barnes. Shot clock at 5. Here's DeRozan. And DeRozan throws it down hard.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're down by 4. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
Score, then hope for some missed free throws or a turnover at the other end.
Yeah, this won't be easy, so a little bit of luck will go a long way for them to get back in.
Here's Vassell. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Sacramento who scraped by with the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Zach. There's been some tough losses of late, but tonight you got the win. How resilient is your group?
You got to be a pro. You got to come out here and we got to do our job. And, we find out we had to get this win. We got to stop losing these games so we can win. And, we got to get back on track.
Well, this is step one, man, in that process. So congrats. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.